Hey guys, I've got a new build series for you. This is going to be Optimus 3. Now, Optimus stands for Optimus Prime. I'm a Transformers fan, you know. Big giant robots fighting. It's just awesome. Now, so Optimus 3 is going to be Capra driveline based. Optimus 1 was axial honcho based. Built up, ended up putting 10-2 axles under it, which made the thing pretty darn good. Way over the old style axles. Optimus 2, right here, that's a TRX4 base truck, and I won a series with Optimus 1. I'm currently well in the lead with Optimus 2 for the current year. Hopefully I'll get the win. TRX4 based, that thing does pretty darn good. Now, the new one, this is going to be, like I mentioned, Capra driveline. So the portals, the transmission with the dig, all that. Definitely got to keep that in here. Not sure what I'm going to do on shocks just yet. I doubt I'll try to make the stock ones work. I may I'll probably take the shocks, the Ot6 shocks off of the current Capra, just to give them a try, see how they work on the new build. And if they work good, I'll probably just pick up another set of them. So, now the chassis that I'm using is by Spare Time Hobbies. This is the Whisky Builders V1 chassis. Now, this chassis here, and I'll get into this stuff in a few seconds, is a lightweight chassis. It's got some really nice printed stuff, carbon filament or carbon infused filament. So it's really nice. I have had the chassis apart, and what I noticed was when I put it back together, the threads, you know how when you mess with printed stuff, the threads are kind of, okay, they're holding, but you know, don't want to put a lot of pressure on them. The threads held really good. They felt solid. They felt like, molded pieces. They really did. It felt good. So definitely got my hopes up for this chassis. It is set up for the Capra transmission, and I believe I won't have any problems with a 550 motor. We'll find that out. So the wheels I'm using, they are Integy 2.2s. So the tires that I'll get for this, I'll just stretch them right over it. Now what I like about these is they offset in. So they narrow up the Capra axles to where almost within normal SEX 10 width, or like what the TRX4 is right here, which makes it competitive. You don't want to go into a competition with real wide axles. I mean, the Capra axles are about 19 millimeters wider than the TRX4s. Just by design, so these help bring that in. So that's gonna be nice. Working on tires, I think I'm gonna go with the Jconcepts landmines. Been hearing a lot of good things about them. I don't have a set yet, but they should be on the way soon. So, and I'm probably have to get 2 sets so I can do my tire comparisons, because once I stretch a set on the 2.2s, tire comparisons are, not really a level playing field. So, the body that I'm going to use on this, just like the one I got on the Superlight, the Jconcepts Creep body. This dude right here. I like it because it's narrow. It has a little bit of tire coverage, which is good. Very low overhangs. Little overhangs. Not much at all. I've already set the Superlight body on the Whisky Builders chassis, and it looks like it'll work with pretty much no modifications. I mean, I may have to do some adjustment when I actually start assembling this thing, but yeah, this is going to be a good lightweight body for that. Now, electronics. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do for power. I did mention 550, so I may actually build this truck around a brushed system. I like the Holmes Hobbies 10-turn Crawlmaster Pro 550. I really like that motor. In fact, it's in my TRX4 right now, the red one, the Sportish as I call it, and I really like that thing. As far as servos go, the Reefs Raw 500, I'm absolutely really impressed with the servo. When you're building a competition vehicle, having the high-end stuff makes a difference. And this servo is a beast. For the dig, Reefs 99 Micro. I've got this Micro 99 in my Capra, and it'll put that dig in and out under load or not. It just absolutely works good. Got to get the servo horn to go with this, so there's no servo saver on it. It's just flat there and out. I have not had an issue at all. And of course there are links in the description for all this stuff. The servos, the chassis, the Capra itself. From Super Shafty, I've got his overdrive gears. Now, I've had mixed reviews on these. I've seen guys say they work great. I've seen guys say that they are too much. Well, we'll find out. During this build, I may actually take these and put these in my Capra and just see how it affects that. Now, the Capra that I have already has overdrive gears in the front, the ring of pinion. Could it be too much? We'll find out, because I probably will use these in that for a video just to see how it works in that Capra with four-wheel steering and all that stuff. Now, for this build, I'm also going full stainless on all the bolts and hardware. Not because I plan to get in the water, but, you know, moisture happens, and I really don't want, you know, rusted screw heads on a competition truck, you know? I want to have everything nice and shiny. So what I've got is the Capra screw kit. So when I actually get to building that, the transmission and the axles, all of that gets bolts from this. This is Team K&K Capra kit. And I have a link for this down there as well. So I think I've just about covered what I've got so far. This is the micro servo horn for the micro servo. And I guess I'm going to show you guys the chassis up close and the wheels. Take a look. The Victor 1 Whisky chassis is actually really darn nice, and it's lighter than you may think. You know, all this printed stuff is actually pretty nice, and I mentioned that already. Now, right here it's got the inboard shock mount. I doubt I'll be able to use that with the Capra axles. It's got body mounts right here. You can actually adjust those back and forth. I'm going to work on seeing if I can get some shorter competition bumpers. I need some bumpers that are a little bit different from my application, especially with the Jconcepts creek body. Now, since I'm going to have the servo on the axle, this is not going to be able to stay right here. This is going to have to come out. I'm also going to work with them and try to get a shorter front bumper. But look at the print job on this thing. I mean, that is spectacular. I mean, that is a really, really nice print job. And top, bottom, it doesn't matter. It just looks phenomenal. Everything here looks good. So, you got right here, these are countersunk, so you can have a flat belly right there. Now, I'm going to try the stock links out of the Capra just to see how that works. But yeah, this chassis is really nice. I do have a request in, if they happen to get the carbon version of this, I want one, because, you know, a little bit lighter. Oh, right here, Sam got me earlier. All right, this right here, this is set up to run the micro servo for your transmission, your dig. However, you can take this top plate off and you can put a regular normal servo in there. Probably a, you know, a little bit shorter servo, but it looks like you can run a regular servo. I'm not going to run a regular servo. I got that Reefs 99 micro, which has been phenomenal for me, so I'm going to stay with that. And yeah, I gotta say, I like it. Now, depending on how the axle sits up in here, depending on where it's at, you know, I'm assuming it's going to be about right here where the panhard mount is. But all I know is I got a lot of assembly to do. From what I've seen out of this little servo right here, this thing is a monster. Absolutely great little servo for dig. If I end up with one of the axial SX24s or something like that, I'm going to try to fit one of these in for steering. I've already looked at it and it looks pretty tight, but it looks like it's doable. This guy right here, this thing, this is a monster servo too. Really happy with the other Raw 500. That's in my Grimlock 3 truck. Really happy with that. I mean, you can see those specs right there. And there are links for all this stuff. I really like how compact the creep body is. You know, my trim jobs aren't the greatest, but I really like how, you know, it's just so compact, but it's full length, so it should work out really well. Now, this is the Superlight body, and it's just a simple red paint job. On this one, I'm probably going to get a little bit creative. It is an Optimus competition truck, so it's definitely got to have a little bit more to it. I'll probably stay with the blue and silver like what I have for the other Optimus and Grimlock trucks. As I mentioned, these gears, from what I'm reading, are getting mixed reviews. Team Garage Hack, we're going to see how they work for me. I'm thinking for a straight competition truck, they're going to work out really good. I believe that's been calculated out around 37% overdrive. So maybe a little bit much, but we'll have to see how that works. And then this right here, K&K Capra stainless steel hardware kit. I hear a lot of good things about the K&K bolts and stuff. So yeah, that's going to be really nice. At this point, I have a lot of behind the scenes building to do. You don't want to see me build these axles. You don't want to see me build the transmission. The most boring thing you could ever imagine is just me sitting there in a chair. Yeah, nobody wants to see that. So guys, hopefully in the next one, it may actually be a roller. I'm still not sure about the power though. You guys comment down below, if you're still watching, that is. This has probably been a boring video, no driving or bashing or breaking anything. But what do you think will be a good power system for it? Like I say, if I can fit the 550, I've got a 10-turn Crawlmaster Pro right here that'll go in it. And I've run that motor in the Capra, and it's absolutely a phenomenal motor. It drives, it's got so much torque, it drives, kind of reminds me a bit of the Hobby Wing axe. So, and I do like the axe. Currently the axe is in the Capra, the 2300. With this one, could I fit a 2700? And do I need a 2700 really? I don't really think I do. Not for this. Planning to gear it probably with a 10-tooth pinion gear. You know, I like the 11-tooth with the 2300, but if it's straight comp, then I'm thinking 10-tooth might be it. But I've also got to keep wheel speed. Where I compete at, out at the Barbarian Scaleplex, you got some hills. And if you got no wheel speed, you don't get up those hills. It's as simple as that. So if all I comp was straight rocks, then my rigs would probably be a lot different. Probably a lot slower. But anyway, guys, make sure you check that description, because there are links to everything that I'm put right here that I've shown you guys in this video. And if you want to copy this build, hopefully most all of this will be bolt-on. So I don't plan to customize too much. I'm planning on just putting things together. So it should be copyable. It should be pretty easy for you guys to just basically pick all this stuff up and get a home equity loan to get all this. And at that point, you'll be ready to build your own Optimus 3. Guys, thank you all for watching.
If you guys like the channel and want to do a little bit more, you can actually join. You can become a channel member. Now you can see this wall on PC, so make sure you take a look at that. It's right beside the subscribe button. Have several different levels, $2, $5, just something to help out the channel directly. Thank you all for watching.